Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. I'm back today with another thrift store haul. This time we're moving outside of the VHS tapes that I've picked up, and we're looking at a whole bunch of things. Here we got books, we have DVDs and Blu-rays, movies and TV seasons on DVD as well. So lots of different things to go over, about 20 items in this stack today. We'll start with books, do Blu-rays, and then we'll hit the DVDs. So let's dive in, guys, without wasting any more time at all. Let's dive right into another thrift store haul. Alright, so the first book I found is a novelization, which you guys know I have a big novelization collection now. But this one is written by Dewey Graham, who I've not heard of before, but we have Gladiator. A Hero Will Rise. Now, I'll be completely honest, I am not the biggest fan of this movie. I've seen it, I've tried watching it like 2 times. I've fallen asleep both times I've tried watching it, so I've never really seen it from start to finish. So I do own it on, I think I picked up the 4K cheap at one point, and so I do have to revisit it. I do like Ridley Scott, so I don't know why I don't like this one, but yeah, looking forward to checking this out. This is Ridley Scott, right? It is. I was just double checking, but yeah, so I have the novelization now, so hopefully this one is good. And just another shout out to Reading Movies. If you are a novelization fan, that channel is excellent. He's great over there. So check out Reading Movies if you haven't already. If you are a fan of novelizations like myself, I will link his channel down in the comments below. But anyway, first up today we have Gladiator, written by Dewey Graham. I already forgot his name. The only other book I found was actually pretty darn interesting. This is written by Adam West. It's called Back to the Batcave. And I guess this is, yeah, it says here, the real story behind Batman from the star of the classic TV series. So that's interesting to me. I have no idea how this one is going to be. I did look this one up online. I think it goes for a little bit online. So if I was flipping it, it would be a good thrift store find. But I want this in my collection. Like, this is really cool. So for now, anyway, I am holding on to it. Obviously, you know, who doesn't love Adam West and the Batman series? I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Just a really random, but I think a pretty darn cool find. We have Back to the Batcave, written by Adam West. So let's move over to the Blu-rays I grabbed, and this time around there's only a couple of them, but frankly that's pretty good for my thrift stores. I almost never find Blu-rays anymore, but the first one here I picked up is Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. So this, from my research, is the 4th movie in the Alvin and the Chipmunks series. Now, I have seen the first one, and I liked that one. I thought it was a fun movie, but I have not seen the sequels. I do have number 2 on Blu-ray. I think I have number 3. I think number 3 is like Chipwrecked, if I'm not mistaken. I have that one on DVD, and now I have the 4th one on Blu-ray. So I do still need to grab the first one on Blu-ray, preferably, but we'll see where I can find it. I think the other one, the Squeakquel, I got on Blu-ray from the thrift store as well. So, hey, if I can find them for 50 cents each, I'm definitely picking them up. So yeah, excited to visit this one eventually. Maybe as my kids get a little bit older, they will enjoy it as well. But this is Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. Oh, one thing I didn't mention with this one is that it only had the Blu-ray disc in it, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to have both a DVD and a Blu-ray, but only the Blu-ray disc included in that, which is fine. That's how I would watch it anyway, but I just wanted to point that out, I guess. But next up, I did find a Shia LaBeouf film that I didn't have in the collection, Eagle Eye. Now, I love Shia LaBeouf. I know he's kind of a weird individual, but I love his acting work. I think he's excellent. I've loved him ever since his Even Stevens days. That's when I really became a big fan of Shia LaBeouf. And so I would love to have all of his films in my collection, but I don't currently. And so this is one that I needed. I know my sister, who is also a gigantic Shia LaBeouf fan, she has this one and she likes it, but I have not seen this. So hopefully this one will be enjoyable when I get around to it. It looks like a thriller. So yeah, Shia LaBeouf thriller, I'm down for that. This is Eagle Eye, and that's the last of the Blu-rays I picked up. So now we'll move over to the DVD, or the movies on DVD I found. This first one is a movie that I'm surprised I haven't seen before, but it's Jeff Daniels, who I love, and Robert Duvall in Gods in Generals. Now, this is a movie I probably should watch on Blu-ray if possible, which I know it's possible, but I don't own it on Blu-ray. I have the DVD that I found for 50 cents in this really cool snapper case. So this is how I will watch this one for the first time. But yeah, it looks like it should be a pretty darn good movie. It is based on the book as well. So yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy this one. I think it's a pretty well-known film, I would say at this point. But yeah, one that I haven't gotten around to at this point. Gods in Generals. This one just reeked of the mid-2000s, which is an era I will always love because, of course, I graduated in '04, so of course I love this time, but not in the best shape. There is some water damage to it, but it is what it is. 50 cents. We have Supercross. And again, it just looks so aggressively 2005, and that just looks really fun to me. We have oh my gosh, Sophia Bush, right? From the One Tree Hill series. My wife loves that, and my sister did as well back in the day. So yeah, fun cast on this. We have the guy from Reba. I don't know his name, but he's in Reba. I think I feel like he was in Grey's Anatomy too, as like a bartender or something. Maybe I'm making that up. I hate that show anyway. But yeah, I don't know his name, but I know he's in this movie. I recognize him. So should be a fun one. Again, if anyone has seen this, I've never even heard of it before. So if anyone has seen this, please let me know if it's any good. I don't have high hopes. It's probably, capitalizing on the Fast and the Furious craze of the time, but I still have to check it out. I found Supercross. This is a pretty cool find. It is available on Blu-ray, but I've never come across it in the wild, and so I just haven't picked it up. But I was able to find The Rocketeer on DVD, and it is fortunately the widescreen edition, because sometimes, especially with these like white Disney cases, sometimes they're just full screen, and that's the only way it's available. I don't know why that is, but this, of course, is a bigger film, and like I said, I'm like 99% certain there's a Blu-ray on this. I think I have it on my wish list, but until I come across that, I will hold on to the DVD. This is one that I've always heard was bad over the years, but then lately I've seen it get a little bit more respect. And so I'm very intrigued to check it out. I know I started watching this on VHS back in the day at my uncle's house, but I don't think we ever finished it. And if we did, I don't remember it at all. So this is one that I'm considering a first time watch when I do get around to it. But yeah, I'm interested to see if it's any good or not. Hopefully I will enjoy it, as I'm sure some people do. We have The Rocketeer. The last of the movies on DVD I found is a classic, another one. It's available on Blu-ray, and Kino, I believe, has the 4K release of this, but I've never seen it and I've heard amazing things. The Apartment. And I know some of you out there are probably shocked that I haven't seen this one because it's one of your favorites, and I totally get that, but I was really happy to find this one. It's not in the best condition. Actually, when I bought this one, it was in a completely different case. The cover art was taped on because the plastic that surrounds the cover art was just not there. But again, for 50 cents, the disc looked great. So I figured, yeah, I have plenty of extra cases at home. So that's what I did. I swapped it out. And unfortunately, you can see there is some damage there. But this is one that if I love this, I'll just pick up the 4K from Kino. I probably will. It's supposed to be a great film by all accounts. So yeah, looking forward to checking out this Billy Wilder film, The Apartment. All right, I will wrap it up with some Seasons I found on DVD, and I think these are pretty cool. I love finding Seasons because, again, they're 50 cents for the most part. Now, that said, some of my Salvation Army locations do mark them up to like $2.99, but as far as I remember, I think everything I got here today was just at the 50 cent mark, which is the way I like it. But this first one here, I've not seen before, but it looks interesting. I'm a huge football fan, so I figured, you know what? I'll pick that up for 50 cents. We have A Football Life, Season 1. So on this one, we have a two-part Bill Belichick episode, a Reggie White and Jerome Brown episode, Kurt Warner, Walter Payton, Ed Sabol, Mike Ditka, Tom Landry, and Al Davis. So like very well-known, huge people in the world of football. And so I thought this would be a lot of fun to go through eventually. So yeah, grabbed it. This is A Football Life Season 1. This is a series that I adore. I watched it, streaming over the years, on reruns over the years. I just love this series. One of my all-time favorites. But I ended up getting rid of the DVDs many years ago, even though I think I had the whole collection. It was one of the first TV series that I remember getting as gifts, and I ended up getting rid of them for some reason. I think they were streaming somewhere, and at the time I was like, oh, they'll always be streaming. How naive I was. But I found as I'm dropping them here, I found volume 7 and volume 8, so season 8 and season 9 of Seinfeld. The reason the numbers are off, you can see volume 7, but it is season 8, is because volume 1 has both season 1 and 2 in it. So these are the second and third seasons I have, or volumes I now have, of Seinfeld. I was able to get one in a blind box I did, and so as I go, if I see these for super cheap, I'm picking these back up. Yes, it is available streaming. I think it's even in high definition in HD if you stream it now. Can't remember which service it's on at this point, but I know it's on there because I was watching something on it the other day. But yeah, it is available in HD, and these, of course, are standard definition. But I would just like to have this series in my collection because it is an all-time favorite of mine. So we have Seinfeld Season 8 and Season 9. Here's a series that I've never seen, but it looks kind of interesting. I've heard decent things about this over the years, but this is Point Pleasant, the complete series, which I don't think is very long. It's just this one season as far as I know. Yeah, 3 discs. So I don't know how many episodes, 13 episodes, there it is, including 5 unaired episodes. So man, this thing did not last very long on TV at all. But yeah, I'm hoping it's interesting. This is one where I feel like somebody watching out there has got to have seen this. So let me know if this one is decent enough or not. If not, I'll probably just end up getting rid of it if it's not worth my time. But it says, she's the child of darkness and she's under his protection now. Intriguing. We'll see if it's good. Point Pleasant, the complete series. Last but not least is another one that did admittedly have a little bit of water damage on it, but I mean, it's fine for what it is. And I've seen the first 3 full seasons and maybe half of the 4th season, and my wife and I really enjoyed this show. But we have the 100, the complete first season and the complete second season. Again, for 50 cents each, I'm not going to turn it down, even with a little bit of water damage. The discs are totally fine, and the actual cover art itself is good. It's just these the plastic or the cardboard sleeves that do have some damage. And what's even weirder is that both of these were sealed, so that was really strange. I did take them off though, just to check them out. But yeah, I like this series quite a bit. This is one, like, I really wish we would have finished this, because I know it goes on for, I don't even know, 7, 8 seasons, whatever it is, and we just never did. We stopped watching it at about the midpoint of season 4. I don't know why. We just did, like always happens with TV series. So I do want to return to this one day. I would love to get these on Blu-ray, but they're a little bit expensive. At least at my disc replay, each season on Blu-ray is somewhere around $20, which is kind of nuts. I don't want to pay that much for them. So yeah, we will check these out eventually, because I want to revisit 1 and 2 and 3 and then continue on in the series. But I thought these were cool ones to add to the collection. You know what? I will note, just for the hell of it, I did read the book that this series is based off of, and the TV series was a lot better than the book. So it is very YA, but the series, it feels a little bit more mature than the books did. So if you've read the book and didn't like it, maybe check out the series. You might enjoy that more. Anyway, the 100 Season 1 and Season 2 is going to wrap up this thrift store haul. All right, so that is I feel like this is like the 32nd thrift store haul, something like that, something crazy. And some really cool finds here, in my opinion, but I would love to hear from you guys. Anything in this pile that you've seen that I have to add to the top of the list? The apartment is probably going to be the overwhelming favorite for the one that I need to check out first, but let me know what your thoughts are on this pile. What have you been finding at your local thrift stores lately? Let me know any and all thoughts down in the comments below. I always appreciate that support. I'll admit this is probably going to be the last thrift store haul for quite a while again, or at least a little while, because I have shown you guys everything I've gotten over like the past 4 months, 5 months, whatever it's been since I did well, not the last one, but the one before that, before the VHS tapes. It's been quite a while. And so, yeah, I've been, going whenever I can, but you get 1 or 2 things at a time. It takes a while to build up enough to make a video. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. And before you go, if you could hit that like button, that engagement really does help me out. So thank you so much for that. But as always, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. And before you go, I just want to encourage you all to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.